it's a completely different sort of move. I'm moving towards the pop side of things. I have a fantastic team of people in the studio with me at the moment, and we're writing and I'm watching the production happen. So I'm doing my apprenticeship as far as the studio goes, but when it comes to performing and writing, it's just an exciting journey for me at the moment. And the music's sort of going down a funky, Motowny, soul-y sound, but it's backed up by a hip-hop beat, which makes it quite poppy.
Interesting. So why the change in direction? Because particularly with as you say, the hip-hop soul sound, it is quite a change of direction for you, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's a big chance I'm taking, but I believe in it, you know. I believe in my music and I believe in my team and of course myself, because you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. And I think I've always wanted to go back into the music, and you know, my music taste is very vast, so you know, you only have to look through my iPod and see all different types of music, whether it be classic music, swing music, of course, and obviously hip hop, and sometimes a bit of Motown. I mean, I just love music, and I think it shouldn't just pigeonhole or stop with one sort of genre. You know, making great music, I mean, that's a big umbrella. So, you know, it's been quite exciting times for me to make music that I believe in, that is my own, and written together with a great team of people.
So it's fair to say then you have like various influences, and would you say, like, particularly moving down the soul route, particularly someone like Mark Ronson? Have you seen like the popularity of Uptown Funk and that sort of thing? So would you say that something like that inspired you to go in that direction?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, looking at the charts now, like Bruno Mars especially, he doesn't just stick to one sound and one type of music. He just makes great music, and I think that's what has led me to do what I do in making just great music and, you know, stuff you can't really argue with. But as I say, there's so many great artists out there that are doing different things and keeping music alive. And music for me is like a release. It's an escapism as well. And I don't think anybody out there would say any different. You know, you can put on a song and it can remind you of the day you walked into somewhere, or remind you of a time in your life, or you could even remember the clothes you had on when you first heard it. You know, it has that much of an impact. So you can imagine my feelings just sitting in and out the studio every day and just being able and lucky enough to make great music. So it's exciting times for me, and I'm hoping that my fans already have been right on my side, and if not, keeping hold of them ones, finding new ones as well. So yeah, I
suppose is it with the fans as well, like you're doing something different. You're doing something different that's challenging for your existing fans, and hopefully then you'll pick up some new fans with this new album.
Yeah, well, my fans already have been to a few of my gigs, and I'm doing a couple of new tracks on my tour at the moment from the album.
How was the process of writing and recording the album differed from your previous work?
The previous work was with Psycho, with Simon Cowell's label.
Yeah.
And it was all swing music, and it was all covers, and to be artistic and creative takes time, and you know, you have to sort of find what the song means to you, what the lyrics you're writing, what they mean to you, and sat down with my team, and we're at Talyard Studios. We were just sat there for like hours and hours and hours, just chatting, cups of coffee, and getting to know each other, and going, all right, what's your story? I sort of just sat there and went, just told them everything. and then we went from there, really. And as I say, we've just had a lot of fun.
So a lot more creative freedom then?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So moving on to the tour, how is the tour going?
Yeah, tour's going great. I've changed a few dates, actually, because I've just been signed to the Judy Garland musical, which is a fantastic opportunity yet again. I mean, I'm going to be working with Arlene Phillips again, as I worked with her before on Grease. It's a fab musical. That's going to be a songbook of Judy Garland, and I start rehearsals on Monday, and then we open shortly after that for a 3-month tour. So
that's really exciting, and some great stuff from Judy Garland. If you don't mind me asking, how did that come about?
Basically, Arlene Phillips phoned me and just went, there's a position. We want you, can you come in? So I give them a bell and I chat with the director, and he was like, oh yeah, we'd love to have you on board. And when I found out about the show and sort of what my sort of role was in it, and basically a songbook of Judy Garland and all her legendary moments in her life, and we celebrate her as a legend and celebrate her legacy and her life, you know, because she was a fun-loving, happy person, full of power and energy, you know, the size that she was, 4 foot something. And it's going to be great singing, and it's an all dancing show as well, so we can get back into the dancing. I mean, it's been 10 months of in and out the studio and everything else, creating my album, and we've so far got like 9 tracks, and we're looking to write another 5 or so to choose from to make the album exciting. So this would be like my little break to sort of have a bit of fun elsewhere, you know?
It's quite nice, isn't it? You do all sorts of different things, like, pardon the expression, but like you have your fingers in all forms of pies. And does that sort of thing kind of keep everything fresh for you? So maybe you're on stage at one point and then doing maybe TV stuff at another point and then in the studio.
I'm very privileged to be able to do that. You know, there's a lot of jobs out there that have come my way, and indeed I've certainly enjoyed them as much as anybody else has. But yeah, as I said, I've been very lucky to have been handed those things, and obviously this time, you know, getting a phone call from somebody like Arlene shows your sort of dedication to the business, really, that they know that you're going to do the job correctly. They're happy with you, and you know, it's a real privilege for me. It's just one of those things that I'm just going to really enjoy.
Yeah, you're performing at the Madam Market Theatre here in Norwich. What can people expect from that gig?
I'm looking forward to this gig. The whole concept of the show is a journey. I like people to see the journey of where I've been, and then there's a line, and I go, right, well, this is me now. This is the sort of stuff I'm going to be doing. So, of course, I sing a lot of the swing stuff just to remind them. And then I sing a few tracks that I just enjoy to sing. And then towards the end of the set, I do about 5 or 6 brand new tracks and a couple of new covers that they've perhaps not heard before, and just sort of show them who it is I am today and where I'm going in the future.
And so you've been to Norwich before, haven't you?
Yeah.
But you performed. I got here. You performed at Carrow Road for a farewell event for Darren Huckabee, and you've actually played at Carrow Road too. What do you like about Norwich? Why do you keep coming back? I've
got a few mates there, and also I've done a couple of soccer games there for charity with Dan Osborne from Sowie, and we've had a laugh down there, you know, and it's just a nice place, and one of my favourite bars in the world is there too. It's a nice little place, and I look forward to coming there and seeing the fans and playing some great music and putting on a nice evening. You know, that's my job, and I'm looking forward to fulfilling it.
So one of your favourite bars is in Norwich?
Yes.
Oh, we love to hear that.
Yeah,
obviously,
it's a German bar, you know. It's not been open that long. I think it opened a couple of years ago, but my friend knows the guy who owns it, and he's quite good friends with me, and every time I go down there just for a quick pint to go and see them, and yeah, lovely.
Nice. Okay, final question then. Obviously, X Factor auditions have actually come into Norwich. They're the producer auditions where they're scouting for people, and that's happening on Sunday here in Norwich. So if that's okay, what advice would you give to anybody going along to audition?
Just know who you are, know what it is you want to do, and stay true to that, really. But most of all, have fun. It's a great experience and a fantastic platform. Just know what you're going to do afterwards, because that's most important, really, and how you're going to continue that leap, because once you're in, it's a big old leap, and then you're out there then. So you've got to know what's next before they do. As I say, I loved my experience there. I've had a fantastic platform to leap off, and I've enjoyed it. Relatively successful career over the last 8 or 9 years, but I knew what I had behind me as well, like the theatre, and you know, I went down those routes because it was seemed like a natural progression for me. So yeah, you've got to know your roots and know who you are, and never lose that. Good luck, enjoy, and have fun.